Hello, Poon sir. How are you?
Doctor, good afternoon. Doing good. How are you?
We are going to invite Soumya Ramalingam and Mr. Ramalingam to our interview today. I'm really excited to listen them actually. Are you?
Absolutely. Let's understand from them, especially in this current scenario, as to how we should do and what we should take care. All that. Let's listen from them from a regional leadership perspective.
Let us introduce our guest for today. We have Mrs. Soumya Ramalingam. She's a graduate in physics from Madras University and has a rich industrial experience of 25 years. And she is director of two companies, Ennsignn Advisory Services, director of Chennai North region, and is currently building the region by launching, supporting, and training the business owners and members of the four chapters, Nakshatra, Ascent, and Champion and Tiara. We are adding one chapter, Sparkles, to the region by April 2020. That the total done business among the members of Chennai North is 40 crores of business last year. Ladies and gentlemen, let us present Mrs. Soumya Ramalingam. So we have another guest too, Mr. Ramalingam. He will be introduced by our Bhuvan Lakshmanan. Bhuvan sir, please go.
Thank you, Doctor. Welcome, Soumya, and also would like to introduce Mr. Ramalingam Seetaraman, who is a textile graduate and has a master in industrial engineering and also has a postgraduate certification in higher education from Nottingham University, UK. He's called as Ram and he's very young at heart as well. He has a blend of educational and business experience for more than 2 decades of experience he has got, and he is one of the regional directors of BNI Chennai North region. We are pleased to welcome both of them for this session. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ram and Soumya.
Thank you, Bhuvan. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So before we going into this interview, the proper interview, so I would like to ask one question, ma'am. So what made you to choose, or what made you to think of taking BNI as your business?
Okay. Why did we take BNI? BNI fell into my palms by accident. I had actually been a part of Nakshatra for almost about 5 months before an opportunity presented itself in the form of taking up this role of regional director. When we took it up, we were not sure how the whole thing is going to turn out to be. But I'm very happy that the last 3 years we have put in the kind of work that we have put in has emerged it into a great family of about 130 members. And we look forward to it becoming more and more. Interesting thing about me, I'm totally a relationship person. And I love being with all my members. I love being with all my ambassadors. And I'm constantly thinking ways and means on how to make it more interesting and exciting for all the members.
That's really great, ma'am. So, Bhuvan sir, you can explore about Ramalingam sir as well.
So, sir, how actually is it possible for you to be so young at heart and then so energetic? If you can
Thank you for your compliment. Basically, I am a people person. I would love to interact with the people.
And can I tell you why you feel so young at heart?
He's got it.
The last 15 years with Pearl Academy of Fashion, where there were only students who were 20 years plus to 22. And today again, we have a lot of young students who are again 20 to 25. So that's probably why it feels very.
Thank you for your compliment. BNI is very clear about one thing. The core objective is to develop business. During that process, of course, the relationship and the people interaction, a lot of these things happen. So on the whole, I liked it. I started enjoying it. Then I got involved. Now I am passionate about it.
Thanks again for joining us today. Okay. So just want to understand from both of you as to how is the new normal for you and your business associates and for your members.
Okay. For us, we are into one part of it is education, and it is actually better than before. Earlier, we used to give this certification as an offline class in our office, but owing to the Zoom experience, we have just spread it out, and now we have students from Varanasi, we have students from Assam, Then we have students from Coimbatore, Kumbakonam, Bangalore. So for us, it has been very enlightening. Why didn't we think of Zoom before? And these online classes are really very something really good to look forward to. With respect to BNI, again, we are looking at more interested people joining us because of BNI online. In fact, there was one new potential member speaking to us that from Ascend, that he was so happy about the online experience, and he was talking about the structure, and he was very happy to be to maybe become a part of BNI Ascend very, very soon. With the members, I think at least 70% of the members have slowly transitioned. 30% are still coping up with internet difficulties and connectivity issues, which we are also currently facing. We can't say that it is any member's fault that is unable to come in totally to a meeting. However, more members have started thinking of how to develop their relations through one-to-one. I'm seeing one-to-one increases not only within the region but also out of the region. They're doing it with Trichy and E-Road. And I think there's a lot of potential positive to think of as we slowly embrace technology.
As Soumya put it rightly, regarding our business, education business, we are into completely 100% online. And net result is, as she said, we are able to scale up our operations, we are able to scale up our business, and we are looking forward towards 5x or 6x growth in this year.
That's really a very good pointer for us to consider. Thank you so much for sharing that particular point. And over to Dr.
Okay, what is the key takeaway from both of you from the BNI perspective point in this current situation?
My key takeaway is how the core values are being implemented. So the tradition and innovation, that traditionally we are all used to this offline meetings, and we are used to face-to-face. That was a tradition part of it, and slowly an innovation angle, we saw the online coming in, and university taking a big focus on training, which is one of our core values, the lifelong learning, which now we are for our trainings, and we are finding automatic number rise, right? And so the trainings which are being imparted to us through the world, and how we are actually bringing it to our leaders, the head table, ambassadors, and from there it comes on to the members. So the systems and the structures which have been set in any company is actually taking the leap forward. Any events that can happen which can jeopardize it a little bit, and then but end of it we are not shaken so much because our systems and processes are really very set. This is a very key takeaway for me from BNI.
And the amazing thing is that all the members came up with lot of trainings and lot of the collaborative mindset because of this training happened. And people are today, they have a lot more positive attitude in terms of handling the current scenario, and they are using this as a kind of seeding phase to see how to take it forward.
Great. Wonta, you can go.
So with that current new normal being adapted or getting slowly into that kind of a culture, what is the kind of a feedback you both are getting from the members from the region in terms of their business, and what is that they are looking at it currently, and what is their future outlook as well for their business, and how actually they're planning to use BNI as a platform?
The thing that is coming to us from many members are many of the payments that were supposed to be received have not been received as yet. Some of the businesses are doing pretty well, and many of them have moved on to online. Online is no longer something which is new. Everyone is embracing that online, and whomever we speak to, they are more busy. They're busier than ever. And at least 80% of the members are looking positively towards the growth. And we are happy that most of the ambassadors are working very closely. The head table is working very closely with all the members to see how they can help. So the question of how can I help you is getting more than ever prominent right now.
People are looking in terms of how do we reposition ourselves, do we have to change our business model, or do we have to kind of look into the kind of opportunities the current scenario throws on us? I mean, those are the thinking, and because of that, I'm very happy to say that even the relationship of sharing is really growing among the members. People are able to throw some suggestions to the other members, saying that, hey, why don't you look into this segment? This is something which will be interesting. Like, it's not way off from what you have been doing. I mean, those kind of interaction, I'm sure like it will going to lead to a lot of tangible things over a period of time.
Thank you. So eventually it is coming like people are renewing the relationship with amongst the members, also renewing the relationship with the customers. New strategies are coming up, and also you can't, whether you like it or hate it, but you can't ignore the online strategy as such, right? So thank you so much for that wonderful insights. Over to you, Doctor.
Yeah. So, as a certified financial planner and as a regional director, so during this new normal time, so what should a businessman should do?
Yes, see, people used to take random decisions regarding finance. So the whole thing is about your goal planning and how do you actually keep away some funds for emergencies. So right now, some of these businesses are in a situation where they do not know how they are going to pay for the next month's salaries. So my suggestion at this point in time would be to all the business owners is put away some emergency funds. Every sale that you do, even if you're getting say 1,000 rupees, out of that keep away just about 50 rupees. 50 rupees towards the emergencies that you need at some point later. And you will not believe this amount will come to a very big, sizable amount, say in a year or two. And you are prepared for any of these events. These emergency fund will be ready for you for at least 6 months. This is one of the most important things. Many of the business owners again put money into land and gold and sometimes illiquid assets. When you need money, these are not available. So when you're planning for the growth of your business, plan it in such a way that it is very, very goal oriented. Your personal and business money away. Do not mingle both of them. They are two different aspects, and protect your business, protect your personal finances, and keep planning to use the money that you're working so hard for in a very effective manner. That is what my advice would be for all the business owners, how to plan better their business. Financial planning is totally related to your income expenses, your goals, your retirement planning, your or exit planning, different events in your business, the growth planning for your business. So just use BNI as the biggest marketing tool, getting all your referrals and following up on the referrals to make sure that your turnover is also increasing.
In terms of business, strategical direction is one thing and tactical plan is another thing. So when we talk about, I think entrepreneurs should focus while they are executing the tactical plan, which could be a short term or a medium term. They have to also start looking in terms of long-term strategy, in terms of their business model, in terms of their market positioning, and so on and so forth. That's going to really help them as they go along. And these kind of lot of changes are happening without we realizing around us. And so one way or other, one has to keep coping up with all these challenges and the changes. So that's the best way. So keep focusing on the long-term strategical direction.
Excellent, sir. As you both rightly said, we need to have a separate fund for emergency as well as for liquid cash, as Madam rightly said. Even though when we invest in gold as well as land, we need to have a separate liquid cash for such kind of emergencies.
Saving definitely is an important element, and many of us, as you all pointed out, we actually miss out on saving. So that's definitely we'll all have to go back to our traditional culture of saving, taking aside some money for our future, and then look at what we should do. With that, actually, we are coming to the last question for the session. We just want to understand as to how BNI is helping all their entrepreneur members in this current period and how to get more referrals or more business. What are the plans and strategies which BNI is actually helping their members? So if you can share a lot of insights in that, around that area, that will be really helpful.
BNI actually works on research and facts, and they started working on this way back in January when Wuhan started, and they are working with unified strategies and unified teams to provide the best for the BNI members. So one of their strategy is expense management and how to give more to the members. So the first online version is allowing us to reduce the cost for the members on their memberships. The total cost would have been otherwise a lakh. Today we are just looking at the membership cost of 35,282. So that is straight reduction on expenses for the turnover, for the top line. It is expenses, reducing expenses to increase the top line of the members. That's one of the very important strategies they have taken. It might go online again. The second thing is we have been advised that there are lots of SOPs coming to the members. They are looking at categorizing all the members in a group in BNI Connect. So BNI Connect is going to be more than ever useful right now. They are also looking at other ways of engaging members from all over the world through different strategies. They are speaking about the marketplace. However, we are waiting for final confirmations on all of them. So there is a lot for BNI members now. More than now, BNI is needed more than ever. Because most relationships are to be built, and BNI Connect is a huge platform that's available for the BNI members.
Out of a lot of things, one thing that's really amazing is the cost-effective trainings that are happening in almost all the areas what BNI has been talking about. And the net result is today a normal local businessman is able to think beyond their chapter. And looking at the thought process is now going not only the thing, and it's going more into the national. And with a lot of cases, people have started thinking about the global business also, thanks to their exposure, what they are getting today about the possibilities of getting the global connect because of the BNI Connect. We have wonderful trainers at the national level. And today more than 1,000 people are able to participate thanks to this technology and the tools. And we are able to hear a lot more success stories from the other regions. And, it's really amazing. That kind of gives that shift in the mindset of a normal member. And today they are looking at the BNI, as you said, more than ever.
And I think languages are also coming in. Soon we will have a member success program in Tamil. Hindi is already done. They're planning scripts in Tamil. They want to reach more and more business community so that this benefit is being shared to most business owners. Changing the way the world does business is one of the key philosophies or the motto of BNI.
That's really phenomenal. The kind of a transformation which BNI actually has gone through in the last couple of weeks is like really phenomenal. And obviously, we are able to see a lot of benefits coming in terms of online trainings and giving a reassurance that we will have more number of members with whom actually we can do much more business than ever. Thank you so much for sharing your inputs as well as the insights about BNI and how actually BNI is helping the members in the current situation as well as looking forward. Thank you so much for joining us today, and over to Doctor.
There are lots of takeaway to us actually, myself and Bhuvan sir. So my most favorite is savings. As the Soumya ma'am and sir was rightly said, as saving the money separately for emergencies, that to liquid cash every 1,050 rupees. I'm going to do that. Not done that before. From after listening to both Soumya ma'am and Ramalingam sir, I'm going to start this from once the markets start opening. So that is the main takeaway I'm going to take from this interview. So Bhuvan sir, what is the big takeaway from this interview?
Similarly, same thing. I'm also very miserable at when it comes to saving, and this 50 rupees of saving a day obviously will really help me as well. I'll also treat that as one of the key learnings from this session today, Doctor. Okay.
It's a really a pleasure talking with you both, Soumya ma'am and Ramalingam. So, ending this interview, kindly say your final point or what you would like to convey to your members.
I would like my members to be totally financially free. Lots of business, lots
Lots
of
of
money management, and lot of happiness.
thank you.
My
Yeah.
lesson would be like, look ahead. There's always opportunities in every situation.
Yes. Sir. Thank you. Thank you. See you. Bye bye. Meet you all in another interview and another opportunity. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So if you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe for it. Thank you.
Thank you.